Hey everybody, this is probably going to be the weirdest Facebook Live I've ever done because something was wrong with my browser. I have a technical issue like every single time. So I'm holding my phone in my hand. So hi, welcome to Leadership Dolce. And hey, Claudia, thanks for being here. You're the best. You're so awesome. Hi, Thomas. So good to see you. I bet, am I in my, can someone let me know if I'm in the vortex or if on my personal page? This is going to drive me nuts. But anyway, welcome to Leadership Dolce, where I am serving up sweet morsels of wisdom. Awesome. Thank you, Claudia, that I'm in the group. Every Monday night at 7 p.m. right here, live in the Vortex. And I'm Joanne Newborn. I'm a certified lifestyle and leadership coach. And I wanted to say that I am so thrilled because today I had a YouTube TV interview with Juliet Stapleton that went live today. So I will post the link after this because that was super fun, super awesome. Juliet was amazing. So the name of the TV show is Life, Growth, and Beyond. And so it is live. Oh, thanks for coming, Thomas. Okay, see you real soon. And I really had the wonderful opportunity to discuss two major areas where you can harness your career success. So the first one is how to create a simple vision of your dream job and ideal salary. And then the second part of the interview was around how you can develop a technique to work with your anxiety that may arise around a grueling interview process, or just like any old interview process. I'm trying to get the sun out of the way there. So this is a technique that I actually developed, and it will help you to be able to show up to your interviews feeling like calm and cool and really confident, and that you can just like blow your competition right out of the water. So I can't seem to really get rid of this sun, but maybe it's like I'm like an angel. It's like above my head over here. Okay, so why am I qualified to be talking to you right now? Well, I'm a certified lifestyle and leadership coach, and I am a corporate director with a very large publicly traded company. And I also have my MBA from Penn State University. And I also have I'm really, really passionate about leadership and creating a leadership culture. And I feel that that is so important in business because there's such a lack of it in business, but I also feel it's equally important in life. So I'm here to talk about creating a leadership culture. And I think that the best way that I can help professionals who feel frustrated and unfulfilled and really stressed out is to help them to develop this leadership culture, because that will really help people to be able to attain their dream jobs with their ideal salaries, and also be able to have a beautiful, guilt-free work-life balance. So, always, every week, I also put a link to companies that are hiring right now. So tonight I have 54 brand new companies that are hiring during COVID-19. So I will put the link to that below after the Facebook Live tonight. So tonight, I'm actually really excited about what I'm going to be talking about tonight. Actually, it's kind of a serious question. The question I want to ask you is fear killing your career? Think about that for a minute. Is fear killing your career? Now, before I get into the topic, I know 54 companies, like every week there's more and more companies that are hiring, and I think fear is holding people back sometimes from taking a chance and getting out there and looking for a new job, because it's fine to go look for a new job. I have great success stories from clients that have gotten new jobs in the middle of all of this. So thank you, Claudia. Okay, so before I get into the topic though, I did want to let you know that everything that I teach in every leadership Dolce is from my trifecta 3 levels of success program. And I just wanted to start telling everyone like what level it's from, so you can kind of start to put this together for yourself. You can kind of have an understanding and kind of craft this whole like paradigm for yourself. So the first level is designing your vision, and then level 2 is developing an action plan around the vision, and then level 3 is creating a mindset of success. So what I'm going to talk about tonight is fear killing your career, is from level 3, which is creating a mindset of success. So while you are thinking about that, I am going to start talking about it. So believe it or not, we all have silent fears that are running around in our minds, and we've gotten so used to them being there that we actually don't even notice the damage that these fears are doing running around in our minds. And these fears are actually the difference between having a thriving amazing career and then staying stuck in one place for years and years and years. So I call them little silent career killers. That's what these fears are. They're little silent career killers. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples. So the first example, let's just call him Mike. And Mike has done the same job for years and years and years. And every year he takes on more and more responsibility, and he's never rewarded for it. He's never gotten a promotion. He's never had a change in title. He never gets an increase in pay. And Mike is afraid to rock the boat, so he doesn't say anything, or maybe he kind of hints around about it a little bit, but he doesn't come out and say anything directly. And Mike feels very frustrated and disgruntled, and he feels used, and he feels unappreciated. And so the truth is, if Mike actually let go of the fear of speaking up, he could either get a raise or a promotion or go to another company and get a bigger role. But fear keeps Mike small. Yeah, like Claudia said. Hi, Subi. Like Claudia said, like this fear of losing his job. So I just want to know, can any of you relate to that? You know, does anybody else have fears like this rattling around in their mind? Yeah, and fear that he's not worth more, like more money. So I'm going to give you another example. Sally secretly dislikes her coworker who seems to do way less work than she does. And this other person's name is Tiffany. And Tiffany is always schmoozing around the office while Sally, the worker bee, is working overtime, is feeling overlooked, is too afraid to say something to Tiffany about the workload that she's taking on of hers, and she's also afraid to say anything to her boss about Tiffany. So she's too afraid to confront her or even have a conversation about how Tiffany seems to toss all of her work on Sally while Tiffany waltzes around the office not doing much of anything. So maybe Sally's too afraid to point this out to the boss too. So Sally comes to work each day and she hates Tiffany more and more and more. And she feels this really heavy burden of the workload of this pile of work that is just weighing her down. And she takes on the burden of work rather than Tiffany, who just seems to be carefree and happy all the time. So does anybody know a person like that? Does anybody have a Tiffany plaguing their work life? Just let me know. Say yes or say Tiffany. Yeah, Claudia does for sure. Yep, boundaries, definitely. So I kind of feel like everyone's got a Tiffany in the workplace. I felt like I was the lone worker bee for many years as well. Yeah, Susie B. Yeah, there's all these people around me that don't have a care in the world, and I wonder how do they just waltz around like this and they seem fine and they go home and they don't worry about their workload, and how does this happen? So what I want to say in both scenarios that I just told you about, both Mike and both Sally are the ones who are suffering. They're really suffering. Not the other people in this scenario, just Mike and just Sally. And so in both scenarios, there is the fear of rocking the boat. Neither one of them want to rock the boat. They're just going to keep the status quo. And so let's not ask for anything more than I already have. I'm not happy in this situation, but if I speak up, it might be worse for me. So there's two main fears that I really saw here. Number one, fear of speaking up. And number two, which you might find as a surprise, number two is fear of being great and stepping into your own power. So those are the two fears in this situation. So how do we work with them? Okay, first of all, you need to observe that you are actually acting out of fear. And yeah, everyone is out to get me, Claudia said. It's true. You feel like there's a conspiracy against you. So how do we work with this? So first of all, we need to first observe that we're acting out of fear. And remember what I said in the beginning is that these fears have been rattling around in our minds for so long that we don't see that these are silent career killers. So we really have to look and see and observe, okay, I'm acting out of fear right now. And so how do you do that? So if you have a frustration or a dislike of someone, I'm going to say this again. If you have a frustration or a dislike of someone, it is usually pointing to a fear within you. Yeah, it might sound weird, but it's true. It's pointing to something that's going on inside of you. So I want you to observe this, and I want you to start to get used to observing where the fear is arising from. Because once you recognize the fear, you can take it to the worst case scenario. And that's what I want you to do. So if you have a situation that's similar to this, I want you to take it to the worst case scenario. So let's take both of these situations to the worst case scenario. So first, the fear of speaking up. And this is an example. This is not how it's going to be for everybody. Everyone's experience will be a little bit different. But the fear of speaking up. Okay, if I say something and I rock the boat, then my boss may think that I'm not grateful for the job that I have. And so I better not say anything, because if I do speak up, they might see me as a troublemaker and let me go. So what would happen if you lost your job? Well, what do you think would happen if you lost your job? Anybody? You'd probably get another one, right? And it might even be a better one, the one that you had already. And the flip side could also be that your boss hears you and agrees with you and gives you that raise or a bonus. See, we never think of the good things when it comes to fear. We only think of the bad things when it comes to fears, right? And so I want you to play out both sides. I want you to play out the bad, and I want you to play out the good, because after you do this for a while, neither one of them are going to seem so scary or unrealistic. Once you start to like really play them out, you can say, oh, okay, yeah, I can get another job. And Claudia is saying it's about switching the what if negative into the what if positive. Yeah, definitely. And I like doing both because, like I said, it takes away the scariness around it when we do both. We're like, oh yeah, that wasn't so bad after all. Like when we do the bad scenario too, like, oh, it wasn't really that scary. Okay, so in the second scenario where I said we have fear of our own greatness, so there are a lot of people that have a fear around being seen, actually being seen, right? So if you got that raise, or if you got that promotion, or if you told the schmoozer to start doing her work and to hold up her weight, you'd be the bomb, right? You would be really super awesome. Look at me. I'm speaking up. I'm speaking my mind. I'm telling you where to go. I'm telling Tiffany to do her work. Wow. You'd be seen though. And how does that feel? How's that feel? It might feel scary if you weren't used to acting in this way. It might feel really scary to step into your own greatness. Yeah. So again, play it out in your mind. Keep playing it out in your mind till it doesn't feel scary anymore, till it feels like, yeah, I can do this. I can do this. And it might take you a while, and it might take you some practice, and some scary stuff might sneak into even your like little daydream about it. But that's what I want to happen. I want you to encounter all the potential scenarios that you could encounter so that none of them actually seem that scary anymore. So, yeah, so go ahead, and this week I would say take a taste of tackling your fears and stepping outside of your comfort zone. And I have to say, these things have been going on in our lives for years. So honestly, like, I think having a coach to help you work through these is really helpful. I've had a coach for the last 6 years. Having a coach has become a lifestyle for me because I know that I'm going to hit road bumps that I need help to navigate through. So, you know, if you like this, and if you say like, hey, you know what, I want a little tiny taste more of this. I have a once a month group coaching program. It's called the Leadership Lounge. I just had it last week. It was amazing. So the next one is going to be Saturday, June 6th at 9 a.m. We go for 2 hours, and I only take the first 5 people. I keep it really, really, really small, so it's a safe space. And I teach a short lesson, kind of like this, but I go a lot deeper when we're in the lounge because it's a private space. And we're working, and you get a chance to work one-to-one with me, and then the other people in the group can also learn from the other people's challenges and triggers as well. So it's a great way to get a tiny little taste of what I do one-to-one. It's $22, and the reason I charge $22 is so that you're invested. People aren't as invested when something's for free. Like, it's nice to get stuff for free. Like what I'm giving right now is incredibly valuable, but sometimes when it's free, people don't realize its value. So a token of $22 is you investing in yourself, saying, I'm going to be present, I'm going to show up, I'm going to be there 100%, and I'm going to be really tuned in and paying attention, rather than like a Facebook Live where you're like, maybe I'm making dinner, you know, maybe I'm doing 12 things at once. It's fine. It's totally fine. So that's why it's 22 bucks. I take the first 5 people, and we have some like really awesome deep coaching going on there for a couple of hours. So I'll put all the links below. I'll put the link to the 54 companies, and I know not everybody can make this live, so I always send out the replay to my Leadership Dolce the next day to my subscriber list. So if you want to be on my list, just go to my website, newbornevolution.com. I've got some freebies there. Sign up for a freebie and you'll be on my list, and you'll always get the replay the next day in case you can't make it. And thanks so much for being here. Before I go, does anybody have any questions? Because I see that we've got some people on here. So I'll just wait a minute to see if anyone has any questions about, is fear killing your career? Anybody? Well, you can always reach out to me. Thank you, Susie B. You know where to find me, Joanne at newbornevolution.com. If you just want to send me a question one-on-one, I promise you I'll answer it. It's just me. It's just Joanne. So I answer all my emails. And awesome. Thank you guys for being here. Mwah. Love to you. Love to Italy. Love to the United States, because we're probably the worst country in the world right now with what's going on. So lots of love to us, and love to everyone. You know, everyone's suffering right now. So let's just send each other lots of love and support each other. And I will see you guys next Monday right here at 7 o'clock for the next Leadership Dolce. And if you have anything you want me to talk about, just let me know. All right. Bye.